It's game time in Cleveland as the crowd is filling up the Quicken Loans Arena. So for the Spurs, their last game, a loss to the Golden State Warriors. You know, guys, you hate to get embarrassed on your home court, but that's exactly what happened. It was a tough loss for them.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, you know, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys, and they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
We've got a chance here to set the floor. courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for San Antonio, Parker out there with Stauskas.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Out left to the wing. Back to James. And stolen by Aldridge. Inside. Kicks it out to Leonard for the 3. Knocks it loose. On defense, San Antonio. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
Yeah, and they won that matchup last time, and it wasn't even close, guys.
Well, they got the other team in foul trouble. I mean, and frustrated them as well. And I think that really kind of shaped the whole context and tenor of the game.
Here's the great one. 29 points for him last game against the Wizards in Washington.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
There's the pick. To the inside. Sweeten. Rejected by the great one. Here's the floater. And James with the layup.
You know, the teardrop sometimes is one of those, oh no, oh yeah shots.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Feeds it to Love. On the wing, James. Now the pass to the great one. It's rebounded by Leonard. San Antonio's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Stauskas with the bucket. Stauskas has got 5 points so far. The Cavaliers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. LeBron passes to the great one. Outside Irving. Fires for 3. And another miss by Cleveland. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Wizards.
And that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with you. And you know how optimistic and positive I am. But it's hard for me to find anything positive to take away from that. That's a game you just want to forget about as soon as you can.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Jerebko's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Smith comes in for LeBron. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Kyrie Irving. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's the great one. It's deflected. Through Grinitz. Bazemore grabs the miss. Cavaliers shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Here's the great one. And that time, also a missed shot.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
The dish to Parker. 5 on the clock. Floats one. The shot no good. And Cleveland the other way now. And Bazemore kicks to Jerebko. There's 1:40 left in the first quarter. The great one passes to Smith. Here's the great one. From the top of the key. The shot will not go. Good D by Parker. San Antonio leading. Shoots from the high post. Kept alive. The second chance effort. And it's good on the way in.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Cleveland. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Murray's checked. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Love. LeBron comes in for Urebko. The great ones checked in for Kent Bazemore. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for J.J. Barea. Then for the Spurs, LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Villanueva. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And Stauskas subbed in for Tony Parker. The great one in at shooting guard. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with LeBron James. Then there's J.R. Smith. And it's Irving at the point. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Wizards really lit it up on the floor. He ended with 29 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. It was just a fantastic outing for him, and really there wasn't any way to prevent him from taking over the game. Fun to watch, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
From downtown, no luck.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Spurs passing it around. Love kicks to Aldridge. Passes it to Leonard. And that one's good. Leonard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Spurs.
Well, what a smart pass that time by Aldridge.
Well, Cleveland shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Lots of room. And he gets it to go. 11 points for the great one.
He totally lost his defender, broke his ankles, then knocks down the jumper.
That was just an amazing play. I mean, you talk about making him reach for thin air. Wow.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
The Cavaliers shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. That one drops. He ties it up. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Wallace with it. He's picked up by James. Love dishes to Leonard. That falls. Great assist by Love. Leonard's got 7 points for the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's the great one. No good with the triple.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Love kicks to Aldridge. Stauskas, the pass to Love. Leonard against LeBron. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, that's not been a typical possession for them in this first half. You know, for the most part, they've been pretty smart with the ball.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Flash. In the corner, it's James. To the paint. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Here's Sweetney. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
And here on the 2K leaderboard are the teams with the quickest hands in the league. Number 1, the Spurs.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
Kevin Love's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. The Spurs also with the sub. Parker's checked in for Nick Stauskas. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's the great one. There's the killer two-handed slam.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Right side Aldridge. The shot from 20 feet away. Good D by LeBron. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Lets it go with the 3. And he gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter after only making 40% from the field in the first.
Aldridge dishes to Leonard. Irving against Parker. 6 to shoot. Outside Aldridge. Three-pointer. Aldridge can't get that one to fall. The Cavaliers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. To the middle. They swipe it. Leonard attacking. And the rejection by Love. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. That'll do it for the first half.
Thank you, Kevin Cook.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for the great one. 15 points and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
And he's been standing tall when they needed him.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Stauskas is out there with Parker. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Parker's shot is off. The Cavaliers leading by 6. From 10 feet out. No good from Irving. And for the Spurs, they're shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Aldridge with a screen on Irving. Inside. Sweeten. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And now James pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Parker outside, out to the right wing. And the dunk by Aldridge.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Kicks it out to LeBron. Pass to the great one. Back to LeBron. He dishes it to Valanciunas. 4 on the shot clock. Releases. Flash misses.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Here's Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 9 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Got a piece of it.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's the great one. Knocks down the three ball. The great one's got 18 points.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Parker kicks to Leonard. And the rejection by James. The pass to the great one. And Aldridge comes over to help. Fires from deep. And another three for Cleveland.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Spurs trail by 8. Aldridge a screen. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Nice teamwork to set up. Up the pick play and make the space for the J.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
There's the pick. Leonard against James. Again, Leonard missing. Cleveland leading by 6. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Valanciunas makes it off the glass. Valanciunas has got his first basket of the night.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Irving against Parker. To the paint. Here's Sweetney. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Cleveland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Aldridge, the pass to Stauskas. Sinks the three-pointer. Stauskas has got 8.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And Flash gets it to go.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defense.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Kevin Love out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's the great one in at the 1. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Both good from the line that time.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Here's Stauskas. There's a good screen. Back to Parker. 6 to shoot. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Parker's got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
I'm sure they're satisfied with that possession, guys. Very nice shot that time.
The great one passes to LeBron. The three-pointer, no good.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-E. And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even... see in the... All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that you know, just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one, although if he missed it, I might have.
And the rejection by Valanciunas. Leonard with the steal. Now the feed to Aldridge. Now here's Parker, guarded by the great one, and the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. San Antonio making a switch here. Aldridge a screen. Parker outside. He feeds it to Aldridge. Just 5 to shoot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
We've seen Aldridge playing a good game here. He has 8 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Both free throws good from Aldridge.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's the great one. Count the bucket. The great one's got 30.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better. That's a huge basket, just taking advantage of the size mismatch and able to drain that mid-range jump shot. Really good basketball.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He told his squad, listen, guys, it's close. It's about execution here. If we do that, I like our chances. No hero ball, just trust each other and make the simple play. Kevin?
Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
They sure did. Would have loved to tie it up right there.
The shot's good from Love.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
A minute 42 left in the game. Parker drives in. San Antonio again missing. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Here's the great one. And that is good. The great one's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Parker. 14 points for Aldridge.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Here's the great one. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Hello. I mean, that's what I call a move.
That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring.
Hey, bump the move. How about the finish? That's right, fella. Bang that thing.
The baseline J. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
LeBron James on the wing. No good. Great D that time from Leonard. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Inside, Sweetener. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Back to Parker. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And you can see it in his eyes right now. Parker is going for the jugular.
Here's the great one. Money!
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
8 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. For the win. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. It's the end. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court for San Antonio. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Parker, and it's Stauskas in a shooting guard.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Parker against Irving. Here's Sweetney, and the rejection by Love.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
Here's the great one, covered by Parker. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on.
Well, Greg, you know, there's no question about that. You played on a tough physical Knicks team during your NBA career, and that would fall right in line with a smart, strong foul right there.
I agree. Very good point.
No good on the free throw.
Oh, you got him, right?
And the second free throw, good. A minute into overtime and what has been a great game so far. Kicks it to Stauskas. Spurs passing it around. A nice shot by Aldridge.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Here's the great one. James outside. It's stolen by Stauskas. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker.
Got sloppy in a close game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity.
About 90 seconds off the clock here in the extra period. Flash misses.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And the basket good.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
Here's Leonard. He kicks it to Parker. Here's Stauskas, and it's good in the assist by Parker. Stauskas has got the lead up to 5 now for the Spurs. Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Here's Aldridge. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Now it's a 7-point Spurs lead.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Passes to the great one. Screened by Valanciunas. The drive by James. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
And that's an intentional foul. Now, here's Parker. Double team on Parker. Here's Stauskas. He's guarded by the great one. Parker dishes to Stauskas. Shot clock at 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep. And so it's San Antonio with the win.
Guys, I'm here with
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Tony Parker.
He was putting passes on a platter for these guys, leading them straight to the basket for easy buckets. He finished with 13 assists, and as good as that total was, it still doesn't reflect what a supreme job he did running their offense.
Tony Parker is putting on a show. The Sabone Assassin does it again. Man, see, he's...
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious